Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces-Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. It was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was as well.
The moment Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were eliminated, the entire energy surrounding the WNBA shifted dramatically. Game 1 of the Aces versus Liberty matchup, which should have been a blockbuster, averaged just 912,000 viewers, almost half of what the same time slot pulled when Clark and the Fever were on the court. It was a staggering collapse. The arenas told the same story. Seats that were packed during every Clark appearance suddenly had glaring, empty sections. WNBA players felt it immediately, many admitting that the atmosphere became silent, almost lifeless, without the presence of the league's biggest star. The frustration from players was palpable. They felt ignored, overlooked, and abandoned by fans the second Clark exited the playoffs. What was meant to be the most exciting time of the season instantly lost its spark.
You want me to just say I told you so, or are you willing to say, Stephen A., you did tell us? Really? Caitlin Clark is the golden goose.
Since Clark's elimination, an elimination many believe was influenced by questionable calls and unbalanced officiating, the WNBA has struggled to maintain any of its newly gained steam. Viewership plummeted, online engagement dipped, and the storylines that once dominated social media evaporated. Players are openly questioning why fans refuse to stick around for playoff basketball without Clark. Some even feel disrespected, as if their talents and hard work are invisible unless Clark's name is attached. But the truth is simple. Clark wasn't just a player. She was a heartbeat of the league's resurgence. And the moment that heartbeat stopped, everything slowed down. The WNBA wanted to claim that its newfound popularity was a result of overall interest in women's basketball, but her absence has exposed a different reality. She was a momentum.
Be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big.
Stephen A. Smith, who has been vocal about the WNBA's mishandling of its brightest star, wasted no time speaking out. He questioned how a league fighting for relevance could allow its most valuable player to be battered on the court all season with little officiating support. How could a league deny the Fever a home playoff game, limit Clark's visibility, and then act shocked when fan engagement collapsed? Stephen A. put it bluntly, Caitlin Clark is the golden ticket. She is the revenue. She is the business. And the league, through its own missteps, let that business suffer. His message was crystal clear. No major sport in the world allows its most marketable player to be treated poorly. The WNBA did, and now they're paying the price.
Should have been unanimous.
Should have been.
I
agree.
It should have been unanimous. And one of the things that sticks with me is, well, she was the first rookie to get a triple-double.
Caitlin Clark's offseason plans have sparked even more speculation, though she says she's taking a much-needed 200-day break. Insiders believe she might explore overseas opportunities. Why wouldn't she? The EuroLeague offers larger salaries, stronger player support systems, and most importantly, star-level treatment. Earlier this year, Ice Cube nearly signed her to a $5 million deal to play fewer than 10 games. Imagine what Europe could offer. Over there, women's basketball is respected, well-funded, and taken seriously. Clark would earn 10 times her current WNBA salary and be treated like the superstar she already is. Fans know the truth. If Clark left, the league would lose not only its biggest engine of growth, but also a global icon in the making.
Wilson, 28 years old, 1,000 points in the regular season. Why is that not the biggest story out at the moment?
Exactly.
Why are we talking about Caitlin Clark?
Exactly. Why when Asia was releasing a shoe were we talking about Caitlin?
One of the biggest shocks of the season came when Clark was denied unanimous Rookie of the Year honors. Despite breaking records, elevating ratings, and dominating the stat sheet, she lost one vote to Angel Reese. Fans were furious. Analysts were baffled. Even WNBA veterans knew something was off. Clark led the entire league in assists as a rookie, became the first rookie ever to record a triple-double, and then did it again and transformed the WNBA into a mainstream topic. Yet one anonymous voter refused to acknowledge it. the WNBA's refusal to reveal that voter has only intensified fan distrust. Many feel the league is either hiding bias or protecting someone who went against the most obvious award pick of the year.
For the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were to continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this.
Aya Wilson, an MVP champion and one of the greatest talents in the league, voiced her own frustrations. She said this season is the first time people have called her game boring. And while she didn't name Clark, the implication was clear. The spotlight has shifted, but the numbers don't lie. When Clark plays, arenas sell out, television ratings multiply, social media explodes. When she doesn't, the buzz fades. Clark's games reach 17 million viewers, while other games often sit around 3 to 4 million. That kind of star power hasn't existed in the WNBA since its creation. It isn't disrespect, it's reality. Clark is a generational draw, and her presence amplifies everyone around her, including the league's biggest names.
Ever since, Angel Reese had that injury, to me, and also coming off of Olympic break, Caitlin Clark separated herself. Yeah. She should have been unanimous. Now to celebrate her, one thing that people forget is as a rookie, she was the most blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists.
Basketball has seen only a handful of transformational figures. Michael Jordan, who transcended the sport, and Steph Curry, who changed the way the game is played. Caitlin Clark has ignited that same kind of effect in women's basketball. Her shooting range, her confidence, her showmanship, and her energy captured the attention of millions who had never watched a WNBA game before. She didn't just bring fans. She brought new fans, casual fans, international fans. She made people care. She made people watch. And like Jordan and Curry, she delivered moments the sport will replay for decades. Her absence from the playoffs didn't just reduce viewership. It removed the central storyline that made the entire season compelling.
It's a Jordan effect on the NBA and the game of basketball. I would argue at one point, early on, there was a Steph Curry effect on the NBA and on basketball also. You bet your ass there is a Caitlin Clark effect on all of basketball, and especially on women's basketball.
Throughout the entire season, Clark endured more physical punishment than any rookie in recent memory. She was the most blitzed, most targeted, most aggressively defended player in the league, and referees consistently allowed it. In the playoffs, it got worse. Hard fouls went uncalled. Elbows were ignored. Clark hit the floor multiple times with little to no whistle. Fans watching could see the frustration building. It wasn't just rough basketball. It was imbalance. And now the consequences are clear. The WNBA lost its biggest star early, and the playoff excitement died instantly. What should have been a showcase of the league's growth instead exposed a major problem. The WNBA failed to protect the player responsible for its resurgence.